The complete guide to HVAC systems for rental homes. An HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, is an important topic for you as a rental property investor, whether you invest in a small property or an apartment complex with many units. How to perform regularly scheduled maintenance. How to make purchase decisions for system replacement and how to avoid common HVAC problems that could cost you money. Recommended maintenance schedule for HVAC systems. If you'd like to pay a little bit now to save a lot later, you will want to implement a regular HVAC maintenance schedule for your rental units. Any system is going to have a limited lifespan, but you can help prevent premature failure with a solid maintenance schedule in place. This can defer the costly replacement of an entire system for many years. If you have the skills, you can do much of this yourself. Of course, you could also hire an HVAC professional to handle them on a regular basis. Replace air filters. First, make sure all of your air filters are the correct size and then replace them regularly as necessary. Clean and check the filters until their lifespan has come to an end. Keep a supply of air filters on hand for quick replacement. Generally, they're not costly. Check belts and bearings. Belt misalignment can cause the belt to wear out and groove the pulley. Check to make sure your belts have a straight edge and clean them regularly. It's also important to clean and check the bearings. Bearings should be properly greased to ensure no metal-to-metal contact is grinding down the equipment. Clean air ducts. Take a look at your air ducts and see what kind of debris is accumulating on them. Now imagine breathing in that dirt, dust, and pollen on a daily basis. Anything in your building's air ducts will end up in your tenants' respiratory systems. Performing routine cleanings can keep air quality in your units high. Clean units. Keeping every piece of equipment clean is imperative when maintaining HVAC systems for the purpose of longevity and air quality. Having messy units puts your tenants at risk and can create expensive future problems. Use brushes, power washers, and vacuums to detail the equipment on a regular basis. Remove standing water. Standing water can become a breeding ground for bacteria and contaminants. It is important to frequently get rid of the water collecting in your building's drain pans and other humidity moderating units. Replacing HVAC systems in your rental. Manufacturers of light commercial HVAC equipment for single-family or small multi-family build them to last an average of 15 to 20 years. But there are contributing factors that might cause an early death. Equipment inherited from previous owners may not have been well maintained over the years. Weather can be another factor that determines lifespan. For instance, was the equipment located on the rooftop exposed to harsh elements? Estimating costs now and in the future. When you're considering a replacement of an HVAC unit, begin by looking at your current operating expenses. Measure them against your projected expenses taking into account the new equipment. Having a new unit with better energy efficiency can lower utility costs and end up paying for itself in a few years. If you're the owner of a larger complex with centralized HVAC systems, you'll see the savings directly. But even if your tenants pay their utility bills on their own, they'll be happier, and therefore more likely to stay, if they're not overpaying for their heating and AC. Getting a quote from a respectable contractor. Whether you decide to repair or replace, it is important you receive a solid quote from your contractor so you aren't caught off guard by the bill. Be sure to carefully select the contractor that will be performing the new installation, and make sure that he is certified and respected in the local community. Keep records that detail the project expenses, information about the new unit, and estimate future expenses. Then, work the replaced, or repaired, unit into your maintenance schedule to ensure a long lifespan. Split HVAC systems. For a split system, part of the unit can be indoors, usually in a basement, crawl space, or attic. Like packaged units, a split unit may be an air conditioner or a combination heating/cooling unit. The heating unit is often a gas-powered furnace. Outdoors, you'll find the compressor and condenser. The inside unit contains the air handling unit, heater, and filter. Because much of the system's delicate electronics are sheltered indoors, it tends to last longer than package units. It also generally has a higher energy efficiency rating. Split HVAC systems are a bit more complex to install. They have to be connected to each other with pipework. Furnace versus heat pumps versus dual fuel for heating. Whether you use a split or a package unit, you can decide to install a furnace heater, usually fueled by gas or oil, an electric heat pump, or a dual fuel system. A furnace heating system includes a separate component that burns gas or oil to heat the air. This is separate from the air conditioning unit, but it uses the same air ducts to distribute the air. An electric heater is part of the same heat pump system that cools the air during the summer. A reversing valve simply switches the system from cooling to heating. How to access an existing heating and air system. To properly assess a property's heating and air system, it is crucial to know the building's history. The more you know, the better you will be able to project future costs. Determine the age of units. Many building owners keep records and warranties for the equipment they have purchased over the years. Try to find out how old units are so you can determine how much longer they will last. In addition to their age, you should also pay attention to how well the HVAC system was maintained. Even a quick glance at their condition can give a general idea of how well they've been cared for. Conclusion: HVAC systems often seem complex and expensive to rental property investors. But by following the tips I provided in this guide, you can turn them into a manageable part of your investing HVAC system. If you survey your current situation, gather whatever information you can on the property's history, and carefully consider the main factors, you can make your property investment more profitable. And remember, don't shy away from investing in new HVAC equipment. Be sure to take into account future savings and renter happiness. Having good air quality and temperature control in your property units keep tenants happy and safe.